Hello and welcome to the Boxwood webinar series on Career Learning Centers. Today's topic is tips and tricks on capturing content for your Career Learning Center. My name is Shahid Javed. I'm a product marketing manager with Boxwood. In today's webinar, we'll briefly go over the Career Learning Center and then we'll just dive into how to create uh, Career Learning Center content from your existing content that may be at your association. We'll also show you how to capture any future content. And then at the end, we'll show you how to make this information available to your members. Boxwood Career Learning Centers. Well, as you know, the Career Learning Center is one of the top two most highly visited pages on your sites. The Career Learning Center can have information such as learning, education, professional, and career development. And all this information can help provide beneficial information to your members or non-members. Boxwood Career Learning Center currently comes free with your job board and is called the Standard Career Learning Center. In the Standard Career Learning Center, we have videos and non-video content, which could be on the topics of resume development, avoiding career obsolescence, successful cover letters, building your personal brand, and networking with others. You can imagine how these types of resources could be valuable to your members. Our Boxwood Career Learning Center has three flavors. There's a Standard Career Learning Center, the Enhanced Career Learning Center, and the Event Career Learning Center. We just went over the Standard Career Learning Center, which is the free option that comes with your job board. With the Enhanced Career Learning Center, we enable the association to upload your own professional development content online. The Enhanced Career Learning Center supports all types of content, presentations, videos, white papers, links, and much more. The Event Career Learning Center gives you the ability to record live streaming events, and also you can run your credentialing program online as well. So let's start with some tips and tricks on how to use your existing content or create new content for the Career Learning Centers. For that, I'll pass it on to Robert Thatcher, who is our Career Learning Center content expert. Robert?
Thank you, Shahid. Okay, well, right here we have existing content. You have existing content, and you want to get this content uploaded onto your Career Learning Center. So right now I'm just going to go over what is existing content and what you have. So you have video presentations, you have your MP4s, your FLVs, your WMVs, you have your audio presentations in MP3 format, you have your PowerPoints and slides and documents and all print data. That is all existing content that you could upload onto the Career Learning Center. I would really try to stay away from AVI formats in the video. They tend to be really large, and also 3GP, which are little snippets of video from cell phones, which tend to be really low quality. And I would also regularly refresh your content, always remove the outdated content, and I would focus on your quality of the content and not just the quantity. Now, capturing future content, because not everybody is just going to have old content. You're always going to end up having future content. So we're going to go ahead and discuss webcasts, on-site event capture, and other content that there might be. And the tip here is to always plan out your events in advance. Let's start off with webcasts. Webcasts, you could have, you would need with the webcast, you would have your webinar webcast, and then you'd have a screen recording software such as a Camtasia or a Debut. And with that, you'll end up having a video file come from that. The biggest problem coming from webcasts is a WebEx recording. They don't really give you a very good format in the recording, so we really like to use an Adobe Connect recording to content webcast. The advantage to this, it's very inexpensive, and there's a fast turnaround time because you're recording the content yourself. A little disadvantage about this, it runs poorer quality than an on-site capture, but with the advantage of being inexpensive would take over the poor quality. Now, speaking of on-site event capture, with the on-site event capture, this is a professional quality recording. This is where you have a streaming tech or a videographer go to your event and actually capture your content for you. Okay. The advantage to this is that it's a worry-free recording. You're not the one recording it; they're recording it for you. They're professionals. The quality is great. The disadvantage to this is it tends to be very expensive. It could require longer prep times and the turnaround time, because you're going through another company, is not as fast as recording it yourself. A tip and trick to save money, if your event really doesn't need a videographer, you're not having in your final product, you're not going to have a video, you're just going to have slides or an audio, you don't need the videographer. So you could save that extra money by not adding the videographer. You just need the streaming tech. Okay, the streaming tech will be able to record the audio and record the slides. And finally, your other content. This is the other content that you might have. For instance, you might have DVDs. You might have done a commercial in the past. You have podcasts. The advantage to this is the material that you have in-house. Okay, it's inexpensive. You already own it. The disadvantage to this is that converting these files into the digital file formats to go onto the CLC. Okay, when converting the files, they could become lower quality. For instance, taking a DVD, converting it over to an FLV might not be the same as the DVD quality, so that's a little disadvantage. And now I would like to pass it over to Richard Banks. He's a Boxwood Career Learning Center expert with a demo about the CLC and uploading content. So Richard, when you're ready.
Thank you, Robert. Now that we've reviewed some best practices for creating content, let's take a moment to discuss how we can quickly and easily organize that content to create a structured learning environment with Boxwood's Enhanced Career Learning Center. What you're looking at is the Career Learning Center's homepage. And while I'm logged in as the administrator, the end user basically sees the same thing without the administrative functionality. These administrative functions are highlighted by this blue box here. So let's start by creating the structure or house to our new course. We do that by simply clicking on our course button. We have the ability to add a name, a description of what the course is about, the ability to upload a cover photo. We're going to add the same course description here. Down here, we have the ability to add categories or tag this content to a specific category. The categories allow us to group information or assets in a way that allows people to easily find them and consume them. So we're going to have this as a career advancement. Whether or not we want to have this featured on our home page, we have the ability to add keyword searches, and the active button determines whether or not it's client-facing. So it's just that simple to create a new course. Now that I've got the outside structure of the course, putting together the assets to create that learning environment is also very easy. Today we're going to do a very, very short version for demonstration purposes, but you can create a course using sections, links, documents, presentations. Ultimately, you could extend this functionality to what we would consider a true learning management system by adding assessment tests and a certification when the course is done. For today's demonstration, we're going to talk primarily about presentations, documents, and links. So we're going to start by creating a presentation. Once we click on the presentation button, we're given some options on our pop-up. First, we can determine whether or not we want to add slides, video only, a synced video and slides presentation, or audio only. We're going to add some video here. Uploading video is very easy. I would just choose the asset, and the system would then automatically upload it. I would create a name for this. Today we're going to call it Advantages of Membership. We're going to put a description in here. We are going to have the ability to determine when it was presented, if we want to assign any credit values for actually reviewing this content, and then we have a very important area here called access. Access will allow you to determine whether or not somebody needs to log into the system in order to actually view this content. For some organizations, they want to make it available to everybody. For other organizations, they may want to capture who is actually consuming that content, and all of that information is housed in the administrative tab. We have the ability to add keywords and whether or not we want to make it active. So right now, I've created that presentation in just a matter of moments. We can actually drill down and add a little bit more information. As you can see, we have our video. We have the ability to adjust the volume and make this a full screen. We also have the ability to see the overview here. And as an administrator, I can add some contributors to this content. We're going to add an existing contributor in the system, and it'll automatically create some information about the person who created this content. We also have a tab over here for resources. The resource tab allows you to add links and attachments to this particular video content to allow you to get a little bit more information. So today we're going to add a link. We're going to call this link. We're going to add the URL. And it's just really that simple. So now we've created, in just a matter of moments, an entire video presentation which is now available to our members and non-members. The next step we're going to take in this process is to take a look at documents. Documents are actually simpler than presentations. We would go through a very, very similar process. We would go about naming this particular document. We're going to call this our mission statement today. We're going to choose a document and upload it. We're going to put a description in here about what this mission statement is. And we're going to determine whether or not credit values need to be assigned, whether or not somebody needs to sign in to access this information, any keywords, whether it's client-facing. And we'll just come right in here quickly and upload that document. So now, in a matter of moments, once again, we have both video and document content. And now we're going to finish this off by adding a link. Adding a link is the same process as we went through before for adding a document. We would go about naming it. We would go about creating that link itself, a description of what that link is, and then credit values, access, search words, and whether or not we want to ultimately make this active now. And now, in just a moment, we've managed to create a mini structured learning environment. As the administrator, I actually have some additional function. I could come over here and change the order in which people view this content very easily. And I can also come in here, have an admin view, and do some administrative functions. So now let's take a quick moment and take a look at what this looks like from a user's perspective. Now let's take a moment and look at the user's view. Now, as a member or non-member, I'm looking at the home page, and it's just the same as the administrative view. The only real difference is that, once again, I don't have that administrative function. So as a member, I would go in to take a look at this existing content, and this would be my user experience. These are the assets that are available for me in this structured learning environment. This system is going to then allow me to then go through, look at this information, and as I complete this, whether it be reviewing the document or going to the link or reviewing the video presentation, the system will then check that activity off so that if I come back to it at a later time, I can easily see what I've seen and what I haven't seen. So let's take a moment and take a look at that video presentation that we put in just a moment ago. As you can see, we have our video presentation. We have all the ease of use bars are here. Once again, we have our description and our contributors and any necessary resources attached here. We can go back and also take a look at the documents. The mission statement that we put in is a document that is attached. All they need to do is open this mission statement, and they have the ability to then go in and take a look at this information. And as we go back to the original course, what you'll see is that I have taken a look at this document and it has marked it off in the system. This concludes the overview of our tips and tricks demo, as well as our demonstration on how you would structure that content in a meaningful way. We thank you for your time. And if you have any other questions, we encourage you to reach out to us at Boxwood, and we'd be more than happy to give you a one-on-one demonstration or provide you with any additional information that you need. Thank you and have a great day.